Today on Animal Science, did you know that chimpanzees share about 95% of their DNA with humans? These monkeys are so smart that they can even be taught to brush their teeth. And that the howler monkey has supersized vocal cords that allow it to project its voice over 20 miles. Plus, to help conserve precious energy, ring-tailed lemurs from Madagascar bask in the morning sun like yoga masters. Today, we're all about primates, great apes, baboons, lemurs, and more. Welcome to the fascinating world of animal science. Of the estimated 437 species of primate alive today, there are 3 that seem to capture our imagination the most. Why are we so fascinated with these creatures? Maybe it's because they remind us of ourselves. They are the great apes. While all primates have human-like qualities, there is one that most closely resembles man, the chimpanzee. Aside from humans, the chimpanzee is considered to be the most intelligent animal on the planet. This is because, relative to its body size, the chimp has a huge brain. These Einsteins of the animal kingdom are amazing tool users. Here, we see a captive chimp named Charlie using a toothpick to snatch up raisins. In the wild, Charlie would be snatching up termites. Once he's had enough, this chimp even remembers to brush his teeth.
When we talk about humans and chimpanzees, they're our closest relative, and in many cases, like a really bright chimpanzee might be the equivalent of a 2 or 3-year-old child at some tasks. But in other tasks, when they get them to do some simple, repetitive calculations, they've actually outperformed college students.
Super genius of the primate kingdom, the chimpanzee. Now, you won't find this guy climbing the Empire State Building and smashing helicopters in real life. But he is the largest of all primates. He is the gorilla. Believe it or not, these enormous apes are strict vegetarians and spend countless hours foraging for veggies in the forest. And if that's not enough, the gorilla will sometimes forage up its nose. Classy animals, aren't they? The result of all this eating is that gorillas can consume 40 pounds of vegetation in a single day.
You look at gorillas, they look fat. You see their stomach. I wouldn't want to get too close to a gorilla on the assumption that it's fat. I would bet it's not fat. You're actually seeing a very large digestive system.
These massive apes rarely drink in the wild. This is because the leafy greens they consume are filled with water. So in essence, the gorilla doesn't drink its water, it eats it. Clever little system, don't you think? Maybe the next time you're thirsty and can't find anything to drink, try chowing down on some vegetables. It certainly works for the gorilla, one of our closest living relatives. Deep in the jungles of Southeast Asia, the orangutan moves quietly through the trees. This shaggy, red-haired ape is perfectly suited for life in the forest, mainly because it has incredibly long arms. While the average male orangutan only stands about 5 feet tall, its wingspan stretches to about 7 feet. The orangutan uses its freakish forelimbs to swing effortlessly from tree to tree. This method of locomotion is called brachiation. Kids try it all the time, but they're not quite as talented as our arboreal ancestors. After all, orangutans have been climbing trees for about 50 million years. These great apes are truly the kings of the treetops. When Columbus and other explorers came to the New World, they found a vast land of untapped riches. They also found many new species of wildlife. Among them, the New World monkeys. If you've ever taken a trip to the Amazon rainforest, chances are you've seen this miniature-sized monkey scurrying in the trees. It's called a squirrel monkey, and it may very well be the quickest and most agile of all primates. The squirrel monkey's great athleticism stems from the fact that in order to survive, it must constantly evade predators like snakes, hawks, and even jaguars. When in danger, the squirrel monkey is usually able to outmaneuver these enemies with the help of its amazing tail.
The squirrel monkey's tail is as long as its body, maybe even longer. The reason for that is it acts as a balancer. Much like a tightrope walker will use a pole to balance his or her weight when walking along a tightrope.
Not only does the squirrel monkey have awesome balance, but it also possesses superhuman vertical leaping power. It's been said that these monkeys can jump 4 times their body length from a standing position.
Actually, squirrel monkeys would be really good basketball players. If a basketball player could jump as high as a squirrel monkey, a basketball player would be easily able to clear the entire backboard and fly over the hoop.
The squirrel monkey, super athlete of the primate kingdom. Nothing like sitting back and listening to the booming voice of an opera singer. In most parts of the world, we have to pay money to hear such sounds, but not in the jungles of Central and South America. This is where the famous howler monkey lives, the opera singer of the animal kingdom. These slow-moving primates are believed to be the world's loudest land animals. In fact, their deep howls are almost as loud as a jet engine.
When you watch a howler monkey calling, it'll seem to expand its throat or throat sac like a balloon. This is because of the supersized vocal cords which expand and amplify the sound.
Howler monkeys live together in what are called troops, which usually consist of about 10 monkeys. When a troop finds a suitable territory, its members will call out to other troops, notifying them in a not-so-subtle way to keep their distance. This way, potential fights are avoided, and the howler monkeys can go about their daily business in peace, but certainly not quiet. While not nearly as loud as the howler monkey, the capuchin monkey has been given a different talent, brain power. These cute little guys are considered to be the most intelligent of all New World monkeys.
Go get your turn.
How did they get so smart? One theory has to do with the fact that they rely on what scientists call, now get ready for this word, ephemeral food sources. Huh?
By ephemeral, we mean that they're not permanent. So foods such as fruits or flowers, which are seasonal, or even the small bugs or insects that capuchins feed on, are moving around from place to place. The capuchin has to remember the locations of these different food sources.
In order to eat these small fruits and insects, capuchins have evolved awesome dexterity in their hands. They even have opposable thumbs, like we do. This dexterity, combined with their high intelligence, allows capuchin monkeys to perform some amazing tasks around the house. Preparing food, drinks, even turning on the stereo. It's no sweat for this amazing little animal that we call the capuchin monkey. Coming up, find out what makes these monkeys such amazing swimmers, and how the baboon fends off predators with its enormous canines. Find out how lemurs have managed to survive in isolation for the last 50 million years. These primitive creatures are unlike any other primate in the world. Right here on Animal Science.
Sharing. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Skating for over 45 years has taken a toll on my body. I take Cunol turmeric because it helps with healthy joints and inflammation support. Why Cunol? It has superior absorption compared to regular turmeric. Cunol, the brand I trust.
His identity, a mystery.
Who is he?
His sword, lightning fast.
I challenge you!
His name,
Zorro! Zorro!
Zorro. Tuesday starting 5/4 Central on Grid Extra.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Give me something new. I want the real you.
That is the best idea I've ever heard.
Yes, of course we can get you more. Rex, go!
Angus MacGyver.
You know that was fun.
Just give me more.
Ion is on with 3 networks to enjoy.
Yeah, it's on.
Yes, showtime.
You're gonna want to see this.
It's on.
Ion, Ion Plus, and Ion Mystery.
Wow! We got something that you're gonna love.
It's on.
I'm Maritza Giorgio, live from our studio in Missoula, Montana, and this is America Tonight.
Scripps News takes you ahead of the headlines.
We're reading between the lines there.
America Tonight on Scripps News. Find with an antenna or on your favorite streaming app.
Why is America paying attention to the race?
Because what happens in this town happens to your town too.
Here on the steps of the U.S. Capitol after a historic...
The decisions made in this house are felt in the heart of yours.
Every night on the race, we take you to the people, policies, and the political points of impact.
We want to add some context around it tonight.
The Race, weeknights at 6/5 Central on Scripps News. Watch with an antenna or on your favorite streaming app.
Join the case that puts you in the middle of the mystery.
The answer's in front of us.
And keeps you guessing till the very end.
It's anyone's guess who's next.
Every twist, every turn.
Everything we need to find this guy is right here.
Ion Mystery. Join the investigation.
Celebrity trials are like no other. You not only have the drama of what's happening inside of the courtroom, there's the drama of who these people are. Paparazzi everywhere, people just hoping to get a glimpse. It's something that we haven't seen anything quite like.
A strong showing for the case against Robert Kelly.
There's this balance between the pizzazz of celebrity and the seriousness of a trial in a courtroom, and Court TV gets to bring you all of it.
I'm a judge. I loved being on the bench. I want viewers to see that, to know what it's like to love being in a courtroom and to love watching what happens in a courtroom.
This is a case where I think you can believe either side based on the evidence being presented.
Here at Court TV, we can show you everything. And I hope at the end of the day, they've learned a little something about what it takes to try a case and why it's so important that it's done well.
Why is America paying attention to the race? Because what takes place on both sides of the aisle here can be seen on both sides of these aisles.
The Race, weeknights at 6 on Scripps News. Watch with an antenna or on your favorite streaming app.
Saturday night. First you moved in, you banned cigar smoke and kitchen nudity. Oscar Madison.
Just doing my daily yoga.
Felix Unger.
You're not exactly a guy's guy.
Why? Because I use coasters? I'm an accomplished photographer. Perfect, let's start shooting. And I can make a pair of tap shoes talk. What do you say, boys?
Together, they're the odd couple.
Here, hold that. Oscar, is that coffee? I just cleaned the rug. Better not move.
The Odd Couple, Saturday starting 7/6 Central on Laugh More.
Prior to the great explorers of the 15th and 16th centuries, conventional wisdom held that there were only 3 continents: Europe, Africa, and Asia. These are now known as the Old World continents, home to the Old World monkeys. Meet the long-tailed macaque, native to Southeast Asia. If we ever decided to hold an Old World Monkey Olympics, this little guy would almost certainly win a gold medal in swimming. Scientists believe long-tailed macaques developed their awesome swimming ability as a way to avoid predators. If spotted by a hungry raptor circling above, the long-tailed macaque can simply drop down into the water and swim to safety. Here, we see another type of macaque. This one lives in Japan. Unlike its tropical cousins, the Japanese macaque has a short, stub-like tail, kind of like a bunny rabbit. Scientists believe this is because it lives in colder environments.
The idea is that extremities are dangerous in cold environments, and so you shorten them up. And so among closely related species, you expect those in the tropics to have longer extremities, and you expect those in the higher latitudes to have shorter ones.
Like many other Old World monkeys, Japanese macaques also have special cheek pouches. Just like a squirrel or chipmunk, the Japanese macaque will use the pouches to store food. Check out this guy chowing down grapes. 5 grapes in 5 seconds. But remember, he's not swallowing the grapes. He's storing them. Another brilliant adaptation by Mother Nature. Now take a look at these baboons from Africa. Notice anything strange about them? How about the fact that, unlike most other monkeys, these guys seem to spend most of their time on the ground?
Many times when you're looking at a troop of baboons, you can't even see a tree in the picture. What are these baboons doing on the ground? Well, they happen to have gone through a period where the forests of Africa mostly dried up. And the African primates, for the most part, almost all of them had to adapt to some amount of life on the ground.
Baboon adaptation number 1, butt pads. Scientists call them ischial callosities. Similar to how us humans develop calluses on our hands and feet to protect our skin, baboons have developed calluses on their backsides. The calluses are hairless and nerveless, so that when the baboon goes to sit down, it doesn't have to worry about damaging its precious derriere. Baboons also feature a large dog-like snout, which houses a ferocious set of canines. With a flash of its formidable fangs, the baboon is capable of warding off ground predators like hyenas, jackals, and sometimes even leopards. This way, it doesn't always have to retreat to the treetops for safety. Mother Nature has indeed designed an amazingly adapted creature. Climbing. It requires strength, agility, and courage. Many animals, including us humans, can do it. But some creatures are more talented than others. Primates are perhaps the most gifted climbers in the world. They are the super climbers. This is a gibbon. Native to Southeast Asia, gibbons are some of the most awesome climbers out there. Their long arms act like human legs turned upside down. The gibbon's arms are longer than the height of its whole body. They allow it to swing up to 50 feet in a single stride, and at speeds as much as 35 miles per hour. There are few primates that rival the gibbon when it comes to climbing talent. One of them is the spider monkey. Just like the gibbon, the spider monkey has incredibly long arms relative to its body size. But it also has a secret climbing weapon, its tail. The spider monkey has what's called a prehensile tail.
The prehensile tail acts as a fifth limb, enabling the spider monkey to grasp branches like an extra arm. It has a patch of bare skin on the underside of the tail, so that when it's grasping a branch curling around, that patch of skin offers extra grip.
Here, a spider monkey swings in the trees. Let's take a closer look at its tail. On X-ray, you can see the tail is filled with bones. Moving out from the base, these bones become smaller. At the tip of the tail, they're no larger than the size of a pea, which increases flexibility. With its amazing array of equipment, the spider monkey is one of the quickest climbers in the world. Ever wonder how quick? Get ready to find out in our Animal Science Experiment of the Week. Our experiment features two participants. One is the young karate master, seen here. The other is a spider monkey. Each will try to climb as fast as possible up these ropes, which are 20 feet high. First up, the Karate Kid.
Climbers, take your marks, please. Ready, get set.
And he reaches the top in a time of 8.05 seconds. Next up, the spider monkey.
Ready, get set. Go get your treat. Go, 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 go.
4.12 seconds. Almost twice as fast as the Karate Kid. Why was the spider monkey so much quicker to the top? It's all in the technique. On closer inspection, you can see the spider monkey's feet grasp the rope in much the same way that its hands do. This means all four of its limbs are totally engaged during the climb, and they work in tandem to increase the efficiency of upward movement. So it was a nice try, Karate Kid. We appreciate the effort, but maybe next time, try climbing against someone your own size. When we come back, find out how lemurs have managed to survive in isolation for the last 50 million years. These primitive creatures are unlike any other primate in the world. Right here on Animal Science.
You'll find
one of my favorite supplements is Cunol Turmeric. Turmeric helps with healthy joints and inflammation support, and Cunol has the #1 doctor-recommended form of turmeric. Cunol, the brand I trust.
I'm a judge. I loved being on the bench. I want viewers to see that, to know what it's like to love being in a courtroom and to love watching what happens in a courtroom.
This is a case where I think you can believe either side based on the evidence being presented.
Here at Court TV, we can show you everything. And I hope at the end of the day, they've learned a little something about what it takes to try a case and why it's so important that it's done well.
There's gonna be trouble.
Are you silver?
Let's have it. Scared? You the law?
Oh, that's right.
I'll find you, and I'll kill you.
Now all I need is a fresh horse, a saddle, and a gun.
What drew me to Court TV was this opportunity to combine the two things that I love.
When I was in college, I studied television and radio, and then, of course, went to law school. And when I found out that Court TV was going to give me the opportunity to express myself and to share my love of the law, I was sold immediately.
The most important issue, innocence or guilt.
Started as a production assistant, then AP, and then went up the ranks, and really haven't looked back since.
Join the case that puts you in the middle of the mystery.
The answer's in front of us.
And keeps you guessing till the very end.
It's anyone's guess who's next.
Every twist, every turn.
Everything we need to find this guy is right here.
Eye on Mystery. Join the investigation.
Give me something new. I want the real you. That is the best idea I've ever heard.
Yes, of course we can get you more.
Rex, go!
Angus MacGyver.
You know that was fun.
Just give me more.
Celebrity trials are like no other. You not only have the drama of what's happening inside the courtroom, there's the drama of who these people are. Paparazzi everywhere, people just hoping to get a glimpse. It's something that we haven't seen anything quite like.
A strong showing for the case against Robert Kelly.
There's this balance between the pizzazz of celebrity and the seriousness of a trial in a courtroom, and Court TV gets to bring you all of it.
Why is America paying attention to the race?
Because what happens in this town happens to your town too.
Here on the steps of the U.S. Capitol after a historic...
The decisions made in this house are felt in the heart of yours.
Every night on the race, we take you to the people, the policies, and the political points of impact.
We want to add some context around it tonight.
The Race, weeknights at 6/5 Central on Scripps News. Watch with an antenna or on your favorite streaming app.
It's really important for Scripps News reporters to live where they are reporting.
You're going to talk to people from all different backgrounds.
We do stories with people regardless of the political persuasions.
We're coming here as people, as your neighbors.
We know best what's happening in our communities.
And that's why I wake up every morning, is I hope I can deliver folks information so they can make an educated decision. I'm Forrest Saunders,
Ben Brown,
Jake Burns,
Rachel Louise Just, Alex Miller, Scripps News.
Watch Scripps News, find with an antenna or on your favorite streaming app.
Ion is on with 3 networks to enjoy.
Yeah, it's on.
Yes, showtime.
You're going to want to see this.
It's on.
Ion, Ion Plus, and Ion Mystery.
Wow! We got something that you're gonna love.
It's on.
His identity, a mystery.
Who is he?
His sword, lightning fast.
I challenge you!
His name,
Zorro! Zorro!
Zorro! Zorro. Tuesdays starting 5/4 Central on Grid Extra.
Mother Nature is capable of great creation, but also great destruction. To survive on Earth is no easy task. That's why this next group of primates probably deserves some more respect. They are the primitive primates. Scientists estimate that lemurs have been around for about 50 million years. In evolutionary terms, that means these munchkins from Madagascar are about 35 million years older than the great apes. One of them, the ring-tailed lemur, has evolved to be a sun worshiper. Similar to cold-blooded reptiles, ring-tailed lemurs enjoy sunbathing. Not only is it relaxing, but it also helps the lemurs conserve energy by allowing them to warm their bodies through solar radiation. These little primates may be primitive, but over the years, they've certainly come up with some awesome survival techniques. From Animal Science, see you next time.